Howdy, boys, girls, guys, and squirrels, so close, so welcome to the YouTube channel. Welcome back, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully having a wonderful weekend. And as we take a little bit of a break from the wild cards, there are big changes going on in the YouTube stratosphere. That's right, this platform that we all love, that I basically have been using as my main media. I watch YouTube over anything else, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat. So we want YouTube to continue and be successful, but we all know YouTube makes these little changes, and we don't always like change. The other day, YouTube's CEO, Susan, she's stepping down, and a new CEO is coming up. And I don't know too much about the guy, but of course, I'm going to check out moistcritikal because he is my #1 news source at this point, and see what he's got to say, because it's not looking too good.
Yesterday, the CEO of YouTube stepped down. Susan announced that she would be walking away from the company and would be taking on a smaller role at Google, and she'd no longer be the public face of YouTube. A face that has historically been treated like a toilet seat by the community. Susan has shouldered the blame for the majority of the things wrong with the platform, and rightfully so, I would argue. She's basically...
That's every CEO, every president. They're just the punching bag.
Just been the community's spittoon. For any time there's something wrong, people just start spitting on her and accusing her of being the mastermind, the puppet master behind all of the bad decisions. Whether or not that's true, I have no idea, but she was the CEO, and there were a lot of things that needed fixing, never got fixed, and YouTube has been in a tumultuous state over the 9 years of her at the helm.
9 years?
However,
wow, okay.
This led a lot of people to believe that with Susan stepping down, things would magically improve. What? A lot of people were pessimistic, but then over the course of the night, I noticed a lot more people being like, this is great, the platform's gonna be saved, holy shit, now we can have fucking Captain Underpants come in here and bring about the golden age, or, you know, this and that.
What a reference.
Because Susan's no longer there. I mean, she's going to have to be replaced by somebody great, was the perception a lot of people started to adopt. However, in the wise words of Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, there's always a shittier fish. It was announced who the new CEO would be.
I don't know if I remember that
over the course of the night, people started to look into them. The new CEO is Neil Mohan. And Neil Mohan was previously the CPO of YouTube, the Chief Product Officer, and people found out that Neil Mohan was actually the one responsible for that huge push YouTube tried to make into the Web3 crypto NFT space. In 2022, this goofball proudly posted YouTube's most embarrassing update. It was a look at what's coming for the year, but what was really standing out to most people at the time was this ham-fisting of Web3, blockchain, and NFT shit. So Web3 opens up new opportunities for creators. We believe new technologies like blockchain and NFTs can allow creators to build deeper relationships with their fans. Spoken like a true asshole who owns 2 Bored Apes and thinks he's going to own the planet.
That's a CPO, you know? Like, he's thinking about the product. What are we going to sell?
Together, they'll be able to collaborate on new projects and make money in ways not previously possible. For example, giving a verifiable way for fans to own unique videos, photos, art, and even experiences from their favorite creators.
Could own my first beatbox video
and their audiences. So basically, just trying his best to justify an inclusion of Web3 crypto NFT shit. I'm going to tell you right now, NFT is one of the yuckiest words in the human language right now. It is an acronym that elicits more pain than CBT, cock and ball torture. It's painful, and it's synonymous with scams. And this was during a time where NFT crypto scams were still rampant. It's not like this was before the huge wave of bad actors came in and ruined NFTs.
It was still shady. People still knew.
NFTs have been a scam for quite some time, even during this time that Neil tried to push it to YouTube. So there was huge pushback. And I guess somewhere along the pipeline, some team decided to slap this idea down, because we got lucky enough to not have it come to YouTube. But now that NFT Neil's at the helm here...
Like, the thing with Susan and her agenda, it felt like she was really trying to make YouTube positive and push it in that direction, hence getting rid of all the dislikes, which I still don't agree with that decision, but it follows in her footsteps of what she was trying to do. And to be honest, YouTube back in the day, we all know it. You OGs, the old heads, you know what it was like back in the day.
You're the one at the top of the food chain calling the shots. Who's to say he won't dust off this little poop nugget here that's an absolutely atrocious idea?
I really
And
hope
maybe
not.
this time around, there's not that rogue vigilante Batman to say, not on my watch, and decline
Could've been
the idea.
Susan.
He is, like, the leader now of
Yeah.
YouTube. And it's a little concerning how hog wild he wanted to go with Web3 coming to the platform. So that is very, not great.
That's
and a
not
lot
good
of
at
people
all.
are much more pessimistic now after learning about
That
this.
is a red flag.
But it also gets even worse.
What?
As chief product officer of YouTube, that means Neil would have also had a hand in removing dislikes. Now, I'm not putting this entirely on
was
his
him?
shoulders. This was a decision made by a lot of people at the highest level of YouTube. But Neil, as the
Interesting.
CPO, would have 100% had a say in it, and it's very possible that he was for the removing of dislikes, which is another huge problem. That is still one of the worst features, or really removal of a feature, YouTube has ever had, and they still haven't backpedaled on it. And with Neil at the helm,
I agree.
I'm very less optimistic about it coming
boy.
back, since he was already in a position that likely played a huge role in bringing it to the platform in the first place. I see a lot of people misattributing this solely to a Neil idea, but I can find no information on him being the one that proposed it. He was just leading a team that
I thought it would
obviously
have been
worked on
Susan,
it.
to be honest.
So maybe there is a chance Neil was outspoken against it, but overruled by his peers. I'm hoping that's the case. Like I said, there is a very easy layup here with Neil as CEO to immediately earn the trust of the entire community, and that's to announce that dislikes are coming back. Dislikes will be
win
public
everybody
again.
over
If he
in
did
one
that
move.
tomorrow, he's like, listen, guys, I'm a champion of the people here. I'm bringing back dislikes.
Oh my
this
gosh.
was awful.
You'd be
I
like
don't
the
know what we were
Messiah.
thinking. We were drinking stupid juice at the office when we came up with this idea. It's coming back. If he did that,
This guy doesn't seem like he follows life with logic, though.
everyone would immediately rally behind him and be
I'm
like,
just
"Oh my
getting
God,
that vibe
YouTube
right out
could
the
possibly
gate."
improve. He's gonna listen to community feedback. This is great."
Yeah.
But I'm
Susan was good
not
at listening.
sold on that being in the realm of possibility
Sort of.
ever. I'd like it to be, but after reading all of this about Neil,
She at least showed
I'm
up to
starting to
listen.
think he may have been a pretty important figure behind the scenes for some of the worst features that YouTube was toying around with. But again, this is speculation. He could come in and do an amazing job, and that's what I'm hoping for, but it is not a great start considering what he's publicly
Imagine
tried
he
to
was
bring to the
responsible for
platform in the
Google
way of
Plus.
fucking NFTs. Like that, the fact that he proudly posted about
That's so
NFTs coming to
dumb.
YouTube and him wanting to be the one to spearhead the operation,
That's not the
that's
move.
just such a bad look off rip. Like that, you couldn't have started your reign as CEO in a worse way. It would have been better if his fucking nudes leaked. Like that's so much worse as being the guy trying to bring NFTs to
True.
the platform. Oh my God. But again, it remains to be seen. He could come in here and knock it
Could
out
have
of
been
the park.
worse. There could be worse things. I mean, I'm sure there are worse things. Everybody that has to get up to the top of the totem pole has to knock somebody else off, you know?
Really fix up YouTube, really bring it to a better spot.
So who knows how
Hopefully
good
that'll
this
be the
guy
case.
is.
I'm going to try not to focus too much on his past and instead look more at his future here as YouTube CEO. So yeah, anyway, just
Let's
wanted to
really
talk
handle
about this
this
just
in a
a little
mature
bit.
way.
That's about it.
I'm sure YouTube
So, yeah.
will. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of this new CEO now that we know a little bit more information? My hopes are not that high, I gotta be honest. And I just feel like all of these huge businesses have a face of one person that usually isn't really that good of a person, and it hurts the company overall. And I hope that this guy does not implement any of his ideas. But we've seen when people get too much power and their smart decision making with that power. Not. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by, saying hi, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out. Shake 'em and